Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. You're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Hey, it's a show where pounds are shed, disease is dead, and where you can be set free from your health problems when you become your own healing coach. We want you to be your doctor. We want you to be your health advocate. We want you to learn how to take care of yourself using natural holistic methods so that you can reap the benefits of the self-healing power that you are. I'm your host, Dr. Aaron Ernst, and today we're going to spend a tremendous amount of energy into helping you to deal with a common condition that a lot of us deal with on a regular basis, which is pain. Pain. I use the acronym Pay Attention Inside Now. Pain. Pay attention inside now. You want to look at pain as not the thing to cover up, yet that's what so many of us do, but as it to be the check engine light, to be the fire alarm, to be the alert, to say, hey, listen up. If you have a pain somewhere in your body, pay attention inside now. Something's going on the inside that we need to address. And rather than covering it up with taking a over-the-counter medication or potentially going even heavy into the prescriptions, let's go deep into the root causes of pain, typically where they are sourced from an inflammatory basis. I have for you my top 5 fast pain relief strategies. They're going to sound strange. You're going to say, what? There's no way that's going to work. But I'm telling you, they work very well. We're going to talk about some of the supplements and herbs you can use that work better than over-the-counter and prescription pain medications. And I've got some tips and techniques on how to deal with joint pain, stiffness, arthritis, aching necks and backs, you name it. Today is a Pay Attention Inside Now show. Pain, pain, pain. Hey, it's your health hour. The Ask Dr. Ernst show exists for a single reason, to teach you how to heal yourself. You ask the health questions, we answer with a holistic method. So if you have a topic you want us to discuss, do this. Head on over to AskDrErnst.com. At the top right-hand corner is a Contact Us, and you can submit your health question. Also on that page is probably by far, I think, the greatest resource available to you. Yes, you listening right now. If you have a health issue and you're looking for a holistic, non-medical, surgical, let's go the route of being self-healing, self-rejuvenating, self-regenerating, hit up us. We have an option to do what's called a consultation with myself or one of our doctors. We can talk to you about what your current health issue is. We can let you know about various tests you might be able to get that you haven't had done yet that will help you to find the underlying root cause of your current health condition. Think of it as a no copay way to ask myself or our doctors anything about your health, and maybe we can point you in a direction to solving this yourself. So again, AskDrErnst.com. You can message us directly. You can contact us for a consultation. That's absolutely free at no cost. And listen, on the website, there's also a tremendous amount of information, health tips, protocols, ebooks, previous shows, guides. If you're struggling with something, you're going to find an answer for you there. So it's AskDrErnst.com. Now, here's the deal. More than 70 million Americans are suffering with chronic pain today. And it's a tremendous amount of burden placed upon us across just not our ability to go to work and be active and spend time with our family. But pain's a big deal. And I think that any of you have ever been in pain before, you know, gosh, I'll do anything and everything I can to get out of it. But rather than learning about the root causes of what's creating pain, what most people do, unfortunately, is they cover it up with temporary relief, either using over-the-counter or prescription medications. And sadly, the misuse of prescription drugs for pain is leading to a massive increase in hospitalizations, administrations to addiction clinics, and unfortunately, even deaths and fatalities. I think you guys have probably heard the idea that the opioid epidemic is just rising. Okay, so we want to deal with pain using more natural approaches and techniques. So I'm going to help you today with what I call my top 5 fast pain relief strategies. We're going to go through that first, and then I'm going to give you some of the herbs and nutrients you can take that are more powerful and effective than over-the-counters, aspirin, Advil, Tylenol, etc., and even more powerful than your prescriptions, according to research. And at the same token, we're going to help you to reveal the underlying root. Where does all this pain come from? What is the underlying inflammation? And if you can solve that, your pain disappears, your joints start to feel better, your energy comes back, you lose weight, you feel great, your life returns, and guess what? That's living life to the fullest. That's the Ask Dr. Ernst way. That's you becoming your own doctor and your own healer. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Don't forget also, too, next Saturday, my gosh, I can't even believe, we're It's the 19th of June coming up in like about a week. Where is this time going? Next Saturday, June 19th, I'm hosting a free webinar. If you're struggling with elevated blood sugars, insulin issues, if you're a type 2 diabetic, if you have pre-diabetes, or if you want to tap into what we call your raw weight loss power. I've had clients within the last couple months, 30, 40, 50 pounds. In fact, I'm thinking of one patient who I had a conversation with this last week, 40 pounds in 8 weeks. You can do that when you open up your self-healing regenerative power. That webinar is 100% free, yet you have to do something. Pick up the phone and call this number, 704-906-2094. Again, 704-906-2094. If you want to text it, real simple, your name, your email, boom, you're registered. And on the 19th, next Saturday at 10 a.m., I'm going to take you through the natural steps to activate weight loss, rejuvenation, regeneration, and the bonus for those of you who are type 2 diabetic, blood sugars down, A1C down, energy back, weight gone. You have the capacity to do it. I'm going to reveal to you the test that will show you the cause of most people's type 2 diabetes and weight loss resistance. And the webinar is what? Free. 704-906-2094. Call or text and listen to this. We're going to get into this aspect of the top 5 pain relief strategies. These are 5 things you can do in the comfort of your home that'll make your pain melt away. We're also going to talk about the major anti-inflammatory herbs. These are more powerful than NSAIDs, over-the-counters, aspirin, Advil, Tylenol, naproxen, ibuprofen. And they work so well, and many of you have them in the comfort of your own home. And then finally, we're going to go deep into where does all this pain come from? Natural strategies for pain relief that you can implement right now and get your body healthy, get it healing, get it whole. And that's what we're going to do during our show today. Don't forget, you have an opportunity right now to register for my up-and-coming webinar, June 19th, 10 a.m., in the comfort of your home. It's free. Weight loss, sugars down, A1C restored, health back, energy and vitality. 704-906-2094. The number again, 704-906-2094. It's the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Don't go away. The best is yet to come. We'll be right back.
Sterling believes in the science of CBD. Here's 3 great reasons to choose Sterling CBD. Reason number 1, Sterling is pure CBD. Sterling CBD is made from pure CBD isolate. We remove all the THC and unnecessary compounds, leaving only pure CBD. Reason number 2, backed by science. The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, USADA, has approved CBD for U.S. Olympic athletes, but they only approve pure CBD, like Sterling CBD. Reason number 3, our organic hemp is FDA approved. At Sterling CBD, we quality control test at every manufacturing stage. We start with organic hemp plants and track them to our FDA-registered food-grade extraction facility. Our pure CBD products include capsules, isolates, lotions, and oils. We even have CBD pet products. You can find Sterling CBD at drernstscbd.com. Use the coupon code Dr. Ernst for 20% off your order.
How come there are people who drink a pint of whiskey a day for 20, 30 years, and at the end of it only 20 or 30% become cirrhotic? What happened to the others? And we speculated, we hypothesized, it's the enzyme, alcoholic dehydrogenase made by the stomach. Maybe it's different, maybe it's genes, maybe it's polymorphism. Mm-hmm. The answer appears to be coffee. If you drink that much alcohol and drink 1 cup of regular coffee a day, 20% reduction in alcoholic cirrhosis risk, 2 cups 40%, 4 cups 80%. It's not a license to drink heavily.
Right.
And drink coffee and protect your liver. You could still get Korsakoff psychosis, cardiomyopathy, pancreatitis. kill people on the road,
Sure.
ruin your marriage, but it does protect the liver. It's pretty amazing.
Here's a secret your grocery store does not want you to know. At ThriveMarket.com, get up to 50% off all your organic groceries delivered to your door for free. Shop organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, and paleo. And get a free jar of coconut oil. Thrive Market. Wholesome products, wholesale prices. Get your free coconut oil today only at ThriveMarket.com.
Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Hey, you're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. It's a show where pounds are shed, disease is dead, and where you can be set free from your health problems. I'm your host, Dr. Aaron Ernst, and thank you for tuning in on this exceptional Saturday. We have a topic that's going to ring true, I think, to so many people today: how to deal with the aches and pains of life using natural techniques so that you don't have to deal with the side effects, the damage, the inflammation that's often created by popping over-the-counter fast pain relief. Pain affects so many people in the United States today. There's an estimate that 70 million Americans are struggling with chronic pain on a regular basis. That's basically almost about, a third of the entire U.S.? So there's a chance right now, if you're listening to me, you're going to go, yep, I got pain in my neck, back, joints, hip, knee, this, ankle, that. So I want to give you today the 5 fastest pain relief strategies that I've seen in clinical practice that can help you to overcome your pain quickly. But I'm going to throw out a little warning here. These are not what you were thinking I was going to say, and that's the joy of it. Okay, number 1, if we want to deal with pain, we have to understand the fact that taking an over-the-counter or even a prescriptive anti-inflammatory like an NSAID or ibuprofen, aspirin, Advil, Tylenol, etc., they have been shown to actually cause more damage to your body in the longer term than just getting rid of the pain. So I know it's convenient. I got a headache, I'm going to pop a pill, my headache's gone. But you got to remember, you got to ask the question, what is the pain there for? What is it trying to wake you up to? PAIN stands for Pay Attention Inside Now. It's an acronym that I use to let you know it's like a red alert, a warning sign. Imagine if your check engine light is going off, you're driving down the highway and you go, I'm just going to, I'm going to drive home, I'm going to ignore it. The next week goes by, the engine light's still on. The next week goes by, the light's still on. And so just because it's just annoying you, you take a piece of tape and you tape over it. And you say, okay, guess what? I can't see it anymore. So again, the pain is the check engine light. The medication or the over-the-counters can be the tape. And if you tape over the problem, while you might not see it, while you might not feel it, that underlying inflammatory fire, the cause, is still present. The dangers of using common over-the-counter pain medications include, listen to this, right? So NSAIDs are responsible for 100,000 hospitalizations every single year. And did you know, I don't think you guys are aware of this, 16,000 people died last year from NSAID overdose or complications from NSAIDs. The effects can include increased risk for cardiovascular issues, heart failure, liver failure, kidney failure, ulcers, gastric issues. Did you know the number 1 cause of hearing loss is chronic daily aspirin use? Did you know the number 1 reason for kidney failure is aspirin use? Some people are allergic to it. They have allergic reactions, breakout in rashes, etc. And there's even some research showing that NSAIDs might be the cause behind elevated hypertension. And this is things like aspirin and Celebrex, naproxen, even ibuprofen, and some of the other major brands and prescriptions. And the biggest issue that I see is, again, most of us are taking them because we'll say, well, they're convenient, they're easy, they take away my pain, so I feel good. But you got to go deep into it. So here are the fast 5, as I call them, okay? Number 1, super hydration. And before you jump to it and say, wait a second, you're talking about drinking more water? Yes, optimal water intake is essential for eliminating toxins from your body. And what we're now discovering is the main cause of a lot of people's joint pain is that inside the joint, the space between the bones, okay, so real quick, a joint is two bones coming together, and you have this cartilage tissue and synovial fluid, so water inside the joint. And a lot of times what happens is when the joint becomes inflamed or irritated, it hurts. There's an increase in pressure. Or we have a degradation, we have a decay process, degeneration, osteoarthritis coming, where the cartilage tissue is wearing down and the bones start to get closer together. And that can also cause pain. Water will hydrate your lymphatic and your circulatory systems to help flush out waste. And because most people's pain is due to toxins in their joints, flushing your lymphatic system is a great way to pull toxins out of your joints and help to decrease pain. How would you know if your pain is related to toxic joint accumulation? Simple. Your pain is worse in the morning, and it gets better as you go throughout your day, because as you move your joints, you push the toxins out, they get into the circulatory system, and then as you sleep and rest at night, they rush back into the joints, and so you're stiff and achy and painful in the morning. Dehydration, which affects about 75% of Americans. Look, right now, there's an extremely high likelihood that you're dehydrated. Leads to an imbalance in electrolytes, fatigue, increased inflammation, and even conditions that relate to joint pain, headaches, neck pain, back pain, you name it. There's even some studies show that the pain of being hungry, sort of a hunger pain, if you know what I'm talking about, is brought on by dehydration. One study showed that people who drank more water than their body weight divided by 2 had greater improvements in managing overall chronic pain and even things like migraine headaches simply by increasing their water. I've seen this happen not only with myself, but also with a lot of the clients that I work with. We're often told, of course, that how much water should you drink? Half your body weight in ounces. Yet, I'm going to share with you a little bursting of the bubble moment. That is what is required to keep you at your current hydration rate. Think of it kind of like your bank account. You put $100 in, you take $100 out. $100 in, $100 out. Well, your balance is staying at basically zero. So what we want to do is help you to elevate the balance of the fluids within your body. I'm going to recommend to you that you consider your first half of your body weight, right? So if you weigh 200 pounds, your first 100 ounces should be before noon. So you get at least your minimum in by the half point of the day. And for the remainder of the day, you should aim on adding that amount again, which for most of us could mean that we're getting a gallon to a gallon and a half a day. Super hydration can help to eliminate chronic pain, especially if you are experiencing it in the morning that gets better throughout the day by physically feeding your cell tissues with one of the most vital nutrients that a lot of us are deficient in, which is water. So I told you they're going to sound unconventional. Water as your primary method of decreasing your pain quickly. Drink more of it, drink more often, let your body be flushed out, and you'll have a massive reduction within your pain. Number 2, get your joints moving. But Dr. Ernst, they hurt, so how am I supposed to get them moving? Well, you need some assistance with this, okay? Adding motion to your joints can help to increase your body's natural healing powers because it stimulates the release of an endorphin, a natural pain blocker. It also promotes lymphatic drainage. It increases oxygen to the tissues of the joints, helps to reduce muscles around the joints, and also decreases spasms. So one of the easiest ways if you're struggling with chronic pain to deal with movement is to have someone help you to move. And here's what I mean by that. Physical therapies, physiotherapies, even chiropractic techniques. Removing stress by opening up the joint pathways is one of the primary methods that these physical therapies, and I say that in that the fact of physiotherapy, chiropractic, physical therapists, etc., they work to help you realign joint spacing, stretch, and release ligaments and tissues. If you need assistance, listen to this. Seeing a chiropractor in the research has shown that it can help to reduce pain faster than any other medication effect. One study was done that found that people who have chronic back pain on average saw a 96% resolution of discomfort after seeing chiropractors within the first 3 to 4 weeks. How does this happen? Well, a chiropractor is specifically trained to find the joint tissues that are stuck, immobile, and not moving and inflamed. What an adjustment does is it realigns the joint tissues to open up the nerve pathways, helps the discs of your spine, helps the joints of your shoulders, your knees, your neck, your back, etc., to become more movable, and that movement pumps the fluids in and out of the joints, which helps to reduce the inflammation. Patients who receive regular chiropractic care often demonstrate in study that they have less discomfort, less pain, less requirements of using medications, overall less health expenses, and a better outlook and quality on their life. So perhaps something you should consider, if you haven't already, is seek some chiropractic care. Look, as a chiropractor myself, it's often that I see people come in and say, I have sciatica down my right leg. We take an x-ray, we isolate the region of interference, we find their pelvis is out of alignment, there's a disc issue, they have a small scoliosis they didn't know about. You apply the appropriate therapies. In a matter of a couple weeks, you often see realignment take place, the hips level out, the disc decompress, and it's very, very, very common for us to hear, my gosh, I've been here for 2 or 3 weeks. The pain in my leg is now gone. The chronic neck pain I have in my upper back is gone. My headaches have diminished. I'm telling you, one of the greatest resources you have is releasing the raw healing power from within inside of you, and chiropractors can help with that. Perhaps you should also consider getting a massage. Okay, whether you see a massage therapist in a physical location or they come to your house, massage physically moves the fluids through the joint tissues and the muscles and helps to promote toxic waste removal. Many massage therapists are also specialized in being able to find specific trigger points within your muscles, and often these trigger points are areas of resistance where the muscle tissue has become knotted up, and we start to get an accumulation of toxic waste in the muscle. Muscles themselves can refer pain to multiple areas of your joints, so often getting a massage can help to release that. You can also add some motion to your body yourself by using things like foam rollers, or a lacrosse ball, applying pressure directly to the area of interference within your muscle systems to create a nice release. So for example, a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball, or a foam roller to release the soft tissues of your back, your neck, your legs, etc. has been really, really helpful. Something else that, again, I want to talk to you about is, are you stretching on a daily basis? Most of us go through our day, we wake up, we get ready for work, we go to work, we come back, we watch TV, we go to sleep, etc. The weekends are when we overexert ourselves. We're doing, laundry and gardening and yard work and everything else. And then we come into Monday and we go, God, I'm feeling like I'm falling apart. Stretching your joints is one of the easiest ways to eliminate pain, because most of us start to become inflexible as we go through our life. Some of these gentle stretches are extremely easy to do. If you're looking for some assistance, go to AskDrErnst.com, type in the word stretch. We have an entire library of at-home stretches you can do that help to reduce and eliminate joint pain. Another one is, you've probably heard the old adage of, it's time to get moving. All right, well, exercise helps you to naturally secrete some natural endorphins, but it also helps to boost your lymphatic system. It enhances the removal of toxins through draining waste products down through the lymphatic tissues. And of course, it increases oxygenation and flow to your blood cells and your tissues. The challenge is, some people will say, again, my knee hurts too much to go do this. Well, start light and begin to increase your effectiveness over time. Begin with a simple walk. Perhaps you try yoga or Pilates, or something simple as, again, just beginning the stretching techniques. If you get your body moving, you can start to increase the natural endorphin response, and that's why things like massage, chiropractic, hyperhydration, etc. are so effective. So we're starting to hit now these top key components you can do to release your stress and your pain naturally. When I come back from this next commercial break, we're going to go deeper into my pain relief strategies, talk about the herbs you can use that are better than anti-inflammatories, and then go deep into that root cause. Now is your opportunity, though, to join me next Saturday, June 19th at 10 a.m. for a live webinar. I'm going to take you through the steps to solve elevated blood sugar, elevated insulin, elevated hemoglobin. Yes, if you're a diabetic, join me. We're going to destroy diabetes in as little as 90 days. And if you want to lose 20 or 30 or even 40 pounds, I've seen it happen in as little as 8 weeks. I'm going to reveal the weight loss secrets that your body has been holding on to, how to unleash them so you can get maximum results. The event is free. It's 10 a.m. next Saturday, the 19th, 704-906-2094. The number again, 704-906-2094. It's the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. We'll be right back.
Sterling believes in the science of CBD. Here's 3 great reasons to choose Sterling CBD. Reason number 1, Sterling is pure CBD. Sterling CBD is made from pure CBD isolate. We remove all the THC and unnecessary compounds, leaving only pure CBD. Reason number 2, backed by science. The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, USADA, has approved CBD for U.S. Olympic athletes, but they only approve pure CBD, like Sterling CBD. Reason number 3, our organic hemp is FDA approved. At Sterling CBD, we quality control test at every manufacturing stage. We start with organic hemp plants and track them to our FDA-registered food-grade extraction facility. Our pure CBD products include capsules, isolates, lotions, and oils. We even have CBD pet products. You can find Sterling CBD at drernstscbd.com. Use the coupon code Dr. Ernst for 20% off your order.
How come there are people who drink a pint of whiskey a day for 20, 30 years, and at the end of it, only 20 or 30% become cirrhotic? What happened to the others? And we speculated, we hypothesized, it's the enzyme, alcoholic dehydrogenase made by the stomach. Maybe it's different. Maybe it's genes. Maybe it's polymorphism. The answer appears to be coffee. If you drink that much alcohol and drink 1 cup of regular coffee a day, 20% reduction in alcoholic cirrhosis risk. 2 cups, 40%. 4 cups, 80%. It's not a license to drink heavily.
Right.
And drink coffee and protect your liver. You could still get Korsakoff psychosis, cardiomyopathy, pancreatitis, kill people on the road, ruin your marriage, but it does protect the liver. It's pretty amazing.
Here's a secret your grocery store does not want you to know. At ThriveMarket.com, get up to 50% off all your organic groceries delivered to your door for free. Shop organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, and paleo. And get a free jar of coconut oil. Thrive Market. Wholesome products, wholesale prices. Get your free coconut oil today only at ThriveMarket.com.
So this is the difference between biodynamic and conventional farming. Let's look at the difference in vineyards here. You have very green grass and herbs and life growing, and then dead soil over here. So this is a conventional vineyard where they spray pesticides, they use a lot of tractors to pull up the soil. This soil is dead, it's dry. There's no life. This is Klaus's vineyard. It's farmed biodynamically. Everything is picked by hand and they don't use any chemicals. So there's life, there's green grass, everything grows. This is the big disparity between conventional farming and biodynamic farming, and you can see it perfectly side by side. We prefer this wine, of course, because this wine is dead. There's nothing living in it.
Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. You're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Hey, it's a show where pounds are shed, disease is dead, and where you can be set free from your health problems. I'm your host, Dr. Aaron Ernst, and thanks for tuning in on this beautiful Saturday. We're talking about the topic of pain, something nobody ever wants to deal with, yet so many of us deal with pain. Did you know that it's estimated that approximately 70 million Americans deal with chronic pain on a daily basis, and yet so many of us are looking for answers, sometimes finding it in the bottom of a bottle pill or a pack or an ice pack or this or that, when in fact you can actually take the control of your pain if you understand where it's coming from. We talked at the top of the hour about how PAIN is an acronym that stands for Pay Attention Inside Now. Something's going on inside. Usually it's an inflammatory process or a toxicity issue or an imbalance within your metabolism that's leading to an inflammatory process of your joints. And often it can be in our neck, our mid-back, our low back. Some of the most common joint areas of pain, again, hips, knees, feet, wrist, ankles, the big joints we use on a daily basis. And the challenge, of course, is going to be if we're using over-the-counter medications or even prescription drugs. I think you understand there's side effects associated with them. They don't actually solve the root issue. They're covering up sort of a masking tape aspect of it. And we want you help to get down into the root reasons. Our 5 major pain relief strategies included superhydration. We talked about at the top of the hour that there's fluid space between your joints, and that if you dehydrate a joint, you actually shorten the space, which leads to an inflammatory process, a rubbing, if you will, against the cartilage tissue and the bones, and that can lead to pain. Also, we know that often there's toxins that become accumulated into the joint tissues and can lead to that morning stiffness and ache that gets better throughout the day. So if we hyperhydrate, we can flush our joints, we can flush our lymphatics, and often you'll find your pain will diminish very quickly. Did you know that one of the number one causes of chronic headaches is dehydration? Did you know that most people find that if they drink about a liter of water right when they wake up in the morning, their joint pain clears within a matter of a couple minutes to hours? Did you know that you can't just drink half your body weight in ounces and say, I get good hydration, because that's just what you need to sustain the status quo of where you're at? Considering that the average American is dehydrated, we need to do something where we push even higher than that. Superhydration is the goal of reaching at least a gallon of water a day, half of that by noon, the other half by the second part of the day. It'll help you to eliminate chronic pain because you'll feed your cells and tissues with the most vital nutrient that we need in our body, which is water. Not only does it lubricate our joints, but listen, it allows your red blood cells to carry more oxygen, makes them more efficient, helps with muscle activation and acuity. It can actually help your heart to receive more oxygenation in and of itself. It cleanses your toxins out of your kidney and your liver, and it can help to make sure your bowels are moving properly because, again, we're talking about where does the pain come from in the first place? It comes from the accumulation of toxins and the lack of hydration that most of us have. We discussed that the most important thing you do is get those joints that hurt move. Get them moving. Start visiting a chiropractor. Get your spine adjusted. Get your hips and your neck and your back worked on. The alignment that comes from a chiropractic visit can help to change the patterns so that you're not wearing the joints down. It opens up the disc spaces. It allows for the nerves to flow more properly, and you can reduce the stress and tension that's often present, creating the pain in the first place. Massage therapists are great at reducing and eliminating the muscle contractions that are often associated around the areas of hurt and pain. Pressure points, toxic removals, everything can be done by getting the proper type of massage to help strip out the muscle tissues and remove the toxic wastes that often build up inside of it. Notice the trend. Toxins in your joint, pain. Toxins in your muscles, pain. Maybe it's time for us to consider also doing a body detox. We talked about stretching and about how most of us go through life without ever really preparing ourselves for the day. One of the most important things you can do is spend the first 5 to 10 minutes stretching your joints. That could be done with your psoas. It could be done with your lower back. Some of the easiest ones, of course, just include laying down and turning your body to the left, turning to the right, trying to bring your feet together, leaning yourself forward. If you're looking for flexibility and or stretching exercises, head on over to AskDrErnst.com and you can find a plethora of them for you. We also mentioned that movement is vital. It's absolutely essential. So we need to get you walking. We need to get you moving. We need to get you exercising. Low impact, yoga, Pilates, great ways to reduce stress and pain. And they're also not as stressful on your joints. So if you have a knee issue, if you have a back issue, something to that effect, start light and work your way up. Now into the inflammatory herbs. These are so powerful. They work better than most over-the-counters like aspirin, Advil, Tylenol, etc. Turmeric and curcumin is one of the most potent anti-inflammatory herbs that we know of today. Not only is it a staple in Indian cuisine and sort of Asian cultures, but it has this ability to be a massive anti-inflammatory, and it's been documented to be used for relieving the effects of toxic poison foods as far back as 250 BC. So again, notice the trend. It's an anti-inflammatory detoxificant. Turmeric gained popularity as a spice throughout the last 30 years in Western culture, started to come over to the United States, and currently it is the most actively researched spice known to man today. The U.S. National Center for Biotechnology alone has over 6,000 studies showing the availability and the effects of curcumin and turmeric on pain and its ability to reduce the harmful negative effects of aspirin, Advil, Tylenol, Motrin, etc. On top of that, it has a great ability to boost detoxification, which is why it works so well for pain, because we're going after source. It has the ability to not only enhance pain, but also help you to lose weight. It supports your joint health, reduces inflammation in the joint tissues. It's actually been shown to activate a fat-burning process within your body. It promotes the growth of skin tissues to help you have new, soft, smooth, glowing skin. And it also helps to protect against brain inflammation and buildup of abnormal proteins that lead to things like neurocognitive decline. Ginger has a very similar effect, just like turmeric, and they both belong to the same sort of family. But ginger is a powerful anti-inflammatory herb that's been used even as far back as the Roman era biblically. While ginger itself has over 100 different compounds inside of it, the active anti-pain ingredient is called gingerol, and it's the most important active component. One of the most unique things about it is it has this exceptional ability to reduce inflammation within joint tissues. For example, a study was done over 30 days where people took ginger instead of an aspirin, Advil, Tylenol, Motrin, and they discovered that the pain relief they had was equal to that of the group that took the anti-inflammatories. Equal to that. So look at the power that nature has with inside roots and other food tissues. We're going to talk about more nutrients you can use to break your inflammatory process. And again, where does it all come from? How do we deal with the inflammation that we need to discuss to reduce our pain? And as the music is on its way, that hints to the fact that this is your opportunity right now to join me on the 19th, which is next Saturday, as I host a webinar that's completely free and live for you. We're going to talk about reducing blood sugar for good. If you're a type 2 diabetic, if you're injecting insulin and you're wondering, is there a light at the end of the tunnel? There is. We get the A1C down and your weight back, all within a matter of a couple months. It is absolutely free on the 19th. Call this number, 704-906-2094. That's 704-906-2094. Don't go away. The best is yet to come. We'll be right back.
Sterling believes in the science of CBD. Here's 3 great reasons to choose Sterling CBD. Reason number 1, Sterling is pure CBD. Sterling CBD is made from pure CBD isolate. We remove all the THC and unnecessary compounds, leaving only pure CBD. Reason number 2, backed by science. The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, USADA, has approved CBD for U.S. Olympic athletes, but they only approve pure CBD, like Sterling CBD. Reason number 3, our organic hemp is FDA approved. At Sterling CBD, we quality control test at every manufacturing stage. We start with organic hemp plants and track them to our FDA-registered food-grade extraction facility. Our pure CBD products include capsules, isolates, lotions, and oils. We even have CBD pet products. You can find Sterling CBD at drernstscbd.com. Use the coupon code Dr. Ernst for 20% off your order.
What if we told you coffee was good for you?
Coffee is the single highest source of antioxidants in the Western diet. More antioxidants than kale, more antioxidants than 70% dark chocolate, and more antioxidants than blueberries.
In fact, what if we told you that coffee is really good for you?
Research shows that 3 to 5 cups of coffee per day dramatically enhances performance in high-intensity exercise, improves memory, reaction times, and overall cognitive function, decreases risk of depression, promotes weight loss by boosting metabolic rates, reduces risk of type 2 diabetes up to 40%, decreases risk of liver cancer up to 71%, reduces risk of Parkinson's up to 30%, and decreases risk of Alzheimer's up to 65%. Overall, coffee drinkers live longer. People who drink 3 to 5 cups of coffee per day have about a 15% lower risk of premature mortality compared to people who don't drink coffee.
Good afternoon. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Hey, I'm your host, Dr. Aaron Ernst, and it's a show where pounds are shed, disease is dead, and where you can be set free from your health problems. Today we have an interesting topic. We're talking about pain. Nature's pain relievers, natural techniques to help you deal with your pain, 5 strategies that can help you overcome pain very quickly. And we're in the midst of sort of now discussing the nutrients in the herbs, the vitamins and minerals that can give you an anti-inflammatory effect that is equal to or greater than that of most over-the-counter medications. We talked at the top of the hour about how pain is dealing with so many Americans today. About 70 million Americans say that they wake up every day in some sort of a pain. And if you're that type of individual where you wake up and your joints hurt, they're stiff, they're achy, and by about the mid part of the day they're getting better, I want you to recognize that is a toxicity issue within your joints. The main cause of most joint pain is an inflammatory reaction from toxicity or lack of proper hydration, like we talked about at the top of the hour. When your joints get dry, when they get stiff, when they get achy, it's because there's not enough fluids inside of them, or there's too many toxins inside your body, and so they build up within your joints. We spent the time discussing, again, the fact that we want to, 1, super hydrate. Flush your body out with water. Not just half your body weight in ounces, but going for the neighborhood of a gallon to maybe even a gallon and a quarter on a daily basis. We talked again about briefly chiropractic care, one of the greatest natural healing arts for neck, back, joint, shoulder pain, because the doctors themselves, the chiropractors like myself, can actually help you to eliminate the motion issues, relieve the stress around the joint, open up disc spaces, and you don't just get adjusted in your spine. You can have your neck, your shoulders, your back, your wrists, your feet, your ankles. If there's a joint in your body, it can be adjusted, and the realignment helps to establish proper motion, which makes the fluids flow around and gets the joints back into its normal space, and you release the toxicity. They've also shown that chiropractic, when you do the adjustment properly, can release a natural endorphin. Listen, it's almost like you have a natural pain blocker inside of you. During every adjustment of the spine, when it releases, that endorphin is secreted, and it lasts approximately a day or 2, which is why most people find if you get an adjustment at least once a week or maybe sometimes twice a week, not only do you manage your pain, but you can actually bring a level of restoration and healing. Many of you who are listening to me or have either been to my clinic or you've been seeing chiropractors, and I think you're going to give lots of likes and thumbs up on the videos, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, saying, yes, I've experienced that pain relief that comes from chiropractic. We also branch out into massage and how stripping the muscle tissues around the joints and removing the toxins that are causing those knots is another great way and a technique to deal with pain. And the art of stretching. Think of your day as like your race. All right. How many of you would run out and do a 3-mile run without ever stretching beforehand? Now, that is misery waiting to happen, yet that's what we do every day when we go about our day. So I'd like you to spend at least maybe 5 to 10 minutes in the morning going through some deep self-stretching techniques, which you can use very simply to start getting your joints back into motion and can help to eliminate pain. We also discussed that you need to start moving more. Most of us live sedentary lifestyles at our work and even at home. You know, I've read some things where they say you go to work for 8 or 9 hours, you're sitting at a desk and chair, you come home, you sit to eat your dinner, you sit to watch TV, you sit to play with your kids, you lay down when you go to sleep. So most of us are in either a sitting or a recumbent position for the majority of our day, and we're never really getting our bodies moving. Something as simple as a small walk, 20, 30 minutes on a daily basis, can boost your lymphatic system, can drain toxins from your joints and your muscles, and has been shown to help increase the oxygenation of your red blood cells and your tissues, which helps them to heal and regenerate. We went then into the herbs and supplements. Turmeric, curcumin being one of the most highly studied nutrients that is actually great to use for pain. We talked about ginger and how its effective ingredient called gingerol is a very powerful anti-inflammatory that's not only been shown to help with joint pains, but also helps to reduce total body inflammation. There are studies out there showing it can lower the inflammatory process of osteoarthritis, exercise-induced muscle pain, inflammation related to inflammatory disorders like psoriasis and metabolic syndrome and rheumatoid arthritis, which is autoimmune. So we can use these spices not just in our diet, but you can also take them as an essential oil. As long as you have a therapeutic grade essential oil, frankincense, turmeric, ginger, these are all extremely powerful oils that you can put into a veggie cap and swallow. And see, I even teased you with the next major nutrient, frankincense, also known as boswellia. It is an anti-inflammatory herb that is commonly used and given in either a liquid extract as an essential oil or a cream or a pill. Research has found that boswellia or frankincense can reduce inflammation in both osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis-related joint pains. It also has some science showing it has the ability to inhibit abnormal cellular growth, i.e. cancer, in certain patients. Boswellia is particularly used, again, as a herbal extract in a liquid format as an essential oil, frankincense, and if mixed with ginger and turmeric, you can create your own natural, powerful anti-inflammatory supplement. Some other nutrients that are extremely helpful, of course, is fish oil. What we discover is that a lot of times it's the joint that's inflamed due to an inflammatory process occurring in the joint space because of toxicity. And the omega-3 fatty acids found in fish oils have an extremely powerful anti-inflammatory effect, specifically on joint pains. Long-chain EPA and DHA are the most effective, and if you use them in the neighborhood of about 3 to 6 grams per day, it can be not only a proactive way to prevent your joints from decaying, but it can offer therapeutic pain relief. I have seen this not only just with myself, with my patients, and it's something as simple as an omega-3 fatty acid can do that. Omega-3 fatty acids also help with cellular repair, regeneration. They increase your immune response. They lubricate your joints. And those oils are also helpful at calming down a leaky gut or a dysbiosis and stimulating your overall immune response. Another component to look at is the effect of magnesium and vitamin D. The benefits of magnesium, of course, is that it's a muscle relaxer. So you can use magnesium in the relationship of anywhere between about 500 to 1,000 milligrams on a daily basis. According to some research, approximately 68% of Americans are not getting enough magnesium in their diet. And magnesium increases blood flow to joint tissues and muscle tissues, helping them to stay in a soft, movable position. You can find magnesium not just as a supplement, but also in great sources of foods, including dark green leafy vegetables, Swiss chard, spinach, sea vegetables, kelp, etc., sprouts, and avocados. It's also found heavily in pumpkin seeds, dark chocolate, nuts and seeds, and even coffee, which is fantastic. Vitamin D is one of our primary nutrients we need, not just for overall joint health, but for your entire immune system. It is an immune modulator, in that it has the ability to reduce inflammation if present, or it can actually activate a healing state if needed. Deficiencies in vitamin D have been linked to decreased cartilage thickness, which is the main source of most people's joint pains in their extremities, knees, elbows, ankles, etc. And it's also linked to an activation of osteoarthritis, which is a degeneration of the joint tissues. Vitamin D3, if consumed in the neighborhood of between about 5,000 to 10,000 international units on a daily basis, can boost the effect of your ability for your body to reduce pain in your joints. Most individuals that have chronic joint pain, when they get their vitamin D tested, will find it's about 20, 30, or 40. If you can elevate your blood levels between that of 50 to 80 or even 90, you're going to see a massive reduction in your pain, according to some studies that I've been reading. Collagen is by far the best nutrient that you should be using on a daily basis to not just prevent your joints from decaying, but also if you're someone who has a lot of joint stiffness in your hands, your feet, your wrists, your ankles, your hips, even neck and back. Collagen is sort of a gel-like substance that has the ability, when consumed, to get into the joint space and actually help to regenerate some of the ligamentous and tendinous connections of the tissues that hold the joints together. Why? Well, because they're made of collagen. Other ligaments and tendons in the body will have aspects of collagen absorption, so you can see often that tight muscles and tight joints will actually reduce when you start to consume more collagen. One method of consuming collagen in a healthy direction is to use what are called collagen peptides. It's a simple supplemental form. You can add it to either your smoothies, your coffee in the morning, or you can stir it into water and drink it directly. What collagen provides is a combination of chondroitin sulfate and glucosamine sulfate, along with essential amino acids and something called hyaluronic acid, which helps the collagen to hold water and form a gel-like substance within your joint tissues. This hyaluronic acid is also found between the synovial joints, where it acts as a lubricant effect to serve as sort of a shock absorber as your joints are being used on a daily basis. Studies have shown the benefits of collagen for reducing and relieving joint pain. In fact, in one study, they found that participants who consumed a collagen supplement on a daily basis had a reduction in both osteoarthritis and other arthritic joint pains, including rheumatoid arthritis, and they found that it improved joint pains in athletes who had wear and tear related pain. Supplementing collagen is an exceptionally easy thing to do, as I mentioned to you before. Usually you can find it in a powdered format. You simply scoop it out, place it into a smoothie, stir it into water, or mix it into your coffee or tea in the morning, and you're going to get a major effect at reducing inflammation, helping your joints to regenerate, giving them the tissues that they need, like glucosamine and chondroitin sulfates, and also the hyaluronic acid, so your body can activate a regeneration phase. So here we go. Natural techniques for you to squash your pain fast. We talked about, again, our top 5 techniques. Number 1 being, we want you to hyperhydrate. We want you to flush out the toxins from your joints. Go for more than just half your body weight in ounces. A gallon a day or more can help you to reduce your chronic pain. Number 2, getting your joints moving. Motion and massage, chiropractic techniques, getting your spine adjusted, getting your joints adjusted, and visiting a massage therapist on a regular basis to strip out your muscle tissues and remove the toxins from those areas. We talked about how stretching is a massive technique that you can do every single day when you wake up to be able to increase your flexibility and your motion so your body can heal by itself. We went into the advanced supplementation, all the herbs, the minerals, and the nutrients that will help to decrease your inflammatory process and allow your body to heal by itself. And here's the kicker. I saved the best for last. Number 5. It's going to sound strange, but watch this. Deep, controlled breathing. If you can decrease the stress response within your body, you can actually activate an anti-inflammatory cascade that helps your body to heal by itself. If you go down this route of slowing your breathing down, an inhale for 4 seconds, a pause for 2 seconds, and an exhale for 4 seconds. This exercise, when done properly, has been shown to decrease pain in any participant that has done it. So I ask you to try these today. I ask you to let your body heal by itself. I ask you to pay attention inside now and seek the source of what's causing your discomforts. And also, get this, join me next Saturday, June 19th, 10 a.m. We're going to solve weight loss resistance. We're going to solve type 2 diabetes. We're going to help you get your blood sugars down, your A1C down, and lose 20, 30, even 40 pounds in as little as 90 days. If you're looking for exponential results with simple at-home techniques, this webinar is free. 704-906-2094. The number, 704-906-2094. Call it or text it with your name and your email, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Have a great day.